As hard as it is to say goodbye to Rick, we're all here tonight to really celebrate his life and all his accomplishments and the person that he was. So we're going to hear from a lot of his friends about who Rick was and why we'll miss him so much.
Rick was a great leader. He was a creative person, an innovator, a visionary here, and he had a great wealth of knowledge that he provided as an architect in our community. Very few people like Rick. He's going to be greatly missed, and I think people, by this showing today at this event, the tribute that he's presented today, I think is a strong indication of how great a man he was.
He was supportive of everything for children. He gave generously and supported every initiative we had. The foundation does a lot of things to raise money for children. He was always involved. He was a longtime family friend before even Sue and I knew him. So I just remember him as somebody that cared about the community, cared about education and youth, and will be long remembered.
Whenever Rick called, it was always, what can we do to help you? Thought the world of him, and going to be greatly missed.
It's so wonderful. So many people are here to honor such a wonderful citizen. So he gave so much, both in his skills and his heart, to making us such a much better community. Thank you, Rick. Thank you to all his family.
Oh, Rick was one of my favorite people in the whole world. He was the one that hired me at the Manatee Education Foundation. And he always laughed because he said he had to call in from Colorado for the interview. But it was fun. I always remember it with that.
And Rick was a team player. We loved all the great projects he brought to the county, and he was always part of it. He wasn't just somebody that sat back in the background. He was always with us.
Rick and Connie and Marie and I spent a month in Africa about 5 years ago, and one of the sayings of our guide was, whiskers attract whiskers. So I let my beard grow, and we both had white beard. And if you look at a picture of the two of us after we came off the safari, we looked like we were brothers, and everyone asked when we were on that trip if we were truly brothers, and I feel like he was my brother.
Well, Rick would be very, very appreciative of the group. He'd be humbled by it, and he'd also take great humor in the fact that his celebration of life is juxtaposition with the largest display of dinosaur excrement in the country, given that one of his favorite phrases was, "You just can't make this S up." So Rick's sense of humor would just bubble through with this event.
My dad very much believed in community. He built his business, his reputation, his legacy on the idea that all of us were smarter than some of us, and that we should have a place to grow and work towards our own goals, where all of us could be successful, even if we were working on different things. My dad was always very focused and very driven. He loved a project. I grew up in lots of houses where we would finish a house or buy a house, renovate the house, look around and go, well, this one's done, and move on. And he was always very focused on making sure that wherever we stayed, lived, go, worked, did, was as finished as could be. And then we'd move on to the next project. So I consider this whole event my dad moving on to his next great adventure and his next great project.